Please welcome to the stage Oley Foundation CEO Beth Gore and Oley Foundation President Lisa Epp.
Your mic? No, not right this second. Let's just come up here for a second. Welcome everyone to, I don't even know what day is. Do you have a clue what day it is? Yeah, here, we get you a mic here. We can talk for 2 seconds here.
Okay.
Is it live?
I think so, yes.
So do you know what day it is? Because I certainly don't.
No.
Like, I know what we're doing and I know why we're here. And we're here today to celebrate all of us and celebrate our community. One of the things that's so cool about our community is how many different people it takes in order to get this done. How many people we get to celebrate today. So this is one of my favorite sessions every year because we get to celebrate you. We get to thank you. It's never going to be enough to just to say thank you and take a picture and give you a certificate, but it's a beginning and it's a token, and we genuinely thank you, everybody who's in this room. I want to tell you just a really quick story. Over the last couple of days, I don't know what stories that you've collected, but I've collected many in my heart. Good, bad, even some horrible things that have happened, and yet our community rallied really well. They're the best, you guys are the best community. In a moment, there was a small emergency, medium to big emergency that happened, and as it happens in our community, and within instant, the right people were right there with the skills, the knowledge, the compassion in order to surround the person, their family, and the extended people who were there to witness a traumatic event. Everybody's fine, but it could have been a different story had the community not rallied. I'm just so proud of our community, and it makes up with so many different people. Thoughts on anything?
Well, you will also see as we bring the board to the stage and thank them that our numbers are dwindling slowly during this conference for the same exact reasons. We have clinicians who are having to take care of things. We have patients who are needing to take care of themselves. So we're going to be thinking about them when we're up here as well.
And then why don't you call your board forward as they do that?
All right, well, I will invite the board forward for a group photo and just thank you for everything that you've done, blood, sweat, and tears to help support staff.
And then you'll take center stage. Come on down. Thank you. Yeah, just line up. Come on down, board. As they make their way, I'll tell a little bit, is we're interested, oh, I have a mic, why am I doing that? Thank you. So as they come and make their way, we have caregivers, we have patients, we have clinicians on our board. Single file, yeah. And then, let's go, everybody. Thanks, guys. And then, thank you so much. And as they are leaving, now I want to do a really quick on just showing you who our staff is. They can't all, come on up guys, they can't all be here because some of them are, I don't know, working right now and behind the scenes, and they are so far behind the scenes that they're unable to even be free right now, but the ones who can are here. I know over the years there have been less staff, but we've decided, you saw some of our strategic plan. In order to go where we need to be, we need infrastructure in order to do that. So if you see my staff, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of people. These are the hands that make this magic possible. So please thank my staff. Thank you guys. Now get back to work. No. Go make some more magic happen. Thank you so much. It's the little things. If you guys run companies, you know, it's the website, it's the photos, it's those magic moments that really pull things together. So thank you for that. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to recognize some more people. Every year we have some awards, and it is my honor right now to introduce Vince to come up, and he's the Community Engagement Coordinator, and he's going to tell you our awards and our award winners. Vince?
Thank you, Beth, for that introduction. We all know that everybody in here is award winner, right? But we have picked select few to really represent some of these categories. So our first category is going to be the Caregiver Extraordinaire Award. This Caregiver Extraordinaire Award, there's some qualifications for it, is current caregiver, supporter to an HPN consumer of 1 year or longer, can be any age, demonstrates patience, compassion, dependability, and provides effective care in helping a consumer live more fully on HPEN. And our winner is Keith Calise. Keith has turned caregiving into a powerful act of advocacy, resilience, and empowerment. Through the years of supporting a loved one receiving home nutrition support, he's helped build confidence, independence, and hope while navigating life's challenges together. Keith embodies the spirit of this award by reminding us that caregivers don't just provide care, God dang, sorry. They strengthen our entire community. Please join me in congratulating our 2026 Caregiver Extraordinaire Award winner, Keith Calise, and his wife. And Keith's going to say a few words for us.
Thank you. I really don't know what to say at this point. I'd just like to thank my wife, who really encouraged me to get into the healthcare field. It's a lot better than flipping burgers, I can tell you that much, and it pays a lot more. But I think the main thing that I always keep in my mind, whether I'm at work or if I'm at home taking care of my wife, Christina, is that it doesn't matter who a person is or what relationship they are to you, they are still people, and you need to remember to treat your loved one or your residents, patients, as people. That's the most important thing, and I carry that throughout my day while I'm working with my residents, that they are still people. They still have feelings, and I do get quite a bit of, I have heard other residents say that they're thankful for what I do, and they appreciate it. Thank you.
And then we're going to go next. That'll be how I go.
Thank you, Keith. Our next award is the Rising Star Award. This award, current HPN consumer for 1 year or longer, under 18 years of age, shows a positive attitude in adapting to life on therapy while encourages and inspires others. And our award winner is David Scally. At just 16 years old, David Scally is already making an impact. After being diagnosed with a rare gastrointestinal condition and beginning parenteral nutrition, David turned his experience into passion for healthcare and patient advocacy. Whether serving on advisory councils, participating in the Oley community, or advocating for better diagnosis and stronger patient-provider partnerships, David represents the future of our community. Please welcome our 2026 Rising Star Award recipient, David Scally. David's got some words written down. It's your time, bro. You got it.
Hey guys, I'd like to start off by thanking the Oley Foundation for acknowledging me as this year's Rising Star Award recipient, and their sponsor, Abbott. Thank you to the selection committee for the recognition, and thank you to my family, my healthcare team, and everyone who supported me throughout my journey. The Oley community has helped me foster my growth not only as a patient, but also as an advocate and a leader. Through the support and encouragement I've experienced by a lot of people and people in this room, I've learned things that I thought there weren't answers to, and those experiences are the most powerful tools of our community. And Oley has reminded me that I am not alone. Receiving this award means a big deal to me, as this recognition changed the way I look at my current situation. 3 years ago, my life changed when I was diagnosed with superior mesenteric artery syndrome, SMAS. Like many people living with complex digestive diseases and nutrition support, I quickly learned that the path ahead wouldn't be easy or straightforward. And there were unexpected challenges, difficulties, and adjustments, and moments of uncertainty. More recently, I've learned the hard lesson of how to accept my situation and still move forward in my life without always having an answer. And even if it meant having to deal with obstacles other people can't see. When people talk about medical journeys and stuff like this, you often hear the quote, "God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers." Personally, I always thought of this phrase kind of as a backhand compliment, as nobody asked to have to go through anything hard. So that's how I always thought of it. But being nominated by members of this community has given me a different perspective on it and made me realize that if my toughest battle is just chronic illness and I'm still able to get up every day and advocate and go to places like DDNC and hopefully encourage and inspire others, then no matter the outcome of my situation, it isn't a hopeless one. And for that perspective and for this incredible recognition, thank you. Huh?
Give it up for David. David. Thank you, David. Our next award is the HEN Hero Award. The criteria for this award: they have to be a current home enteral nutrition or tube feeding consumer for 1 year or longer, 18 years of age or older, demonstrates courage, perseverance, and a positive attitude in dealing with their illness and living more fully life on HEN. And our award winner is Jasmine Sturr. Jasmine Sturr knows home nutrition support from both sides. As someone who lives with a feeding tube and also has spent her career as a medical technologies chemist, she's dedicated her work to developing products that solve the very challenges she experiences herself. A passionate advocate for patient innovation, Jasmine works to ensure patients always have a seat at the table. Please welcome our 2026 HEN Hero Award recipient, Jasmine Sturr.
Hi, everyone. In preparing this speech, I really struggled with what I have to say here today. Because what it comes down to is really this: what do I want people to take away from my story and from what I do? I started tube feeding in 2015, in my early 20s. I was a senior in college, and thanks to a progression of juvenile onset Parkinson's disease, my GI dysmotility had called it quits. Over the last 11 years of tube feeding, and then TPN for most of my 20s, and back to tube feeding, thanks to some new treatments, I've learned so much from living this life alongside all of you. I like to call what I'm doing today my Plan Z. Back when I was first facing all of this, my health quickly changed the course of my career, which at the time was where I derived a lot of my self-worth. Plan A, B, and C all had to go, and I was left in a place where I felt really hopeless. As my classmates got to continue on to graduate school and to medical school, I was left wondering what I would be able to possibly do next. But then I met the most amazing fellow patients who showed me that my dreams were now different, but that they didn't have to be over. The people before me who carried the torch of patient innovation and patient partnership in healthcare showed me that I had a place here too. What I want you to take away from my story is that there's a place for you here, that you bring to the table a unique blend of your lived experiences, your passions, your skills, and your honed talents. When I look back on what I fundamentally wanted to do with my college years, it was at its core that I wanted to help people with my love of chemistry. When I was first introduced to the molecular world in high school back in 2009, all I wanted to do since then was learn how it all works and for that to be a part of my contribution to leaving this world a little bit of a better place than I found it. As I look back on the last decade of figuring out Plan Z, I feel gratitude for the privilege I had that has gotten me here today, angered by the unnecessary pain that we all have to go through, and a strong sense of the importance of progress and involvement of patients in that fight. As I've gotten older and done more, I feel the honorable weight of passing the torch, of fostering the light in the next generation to join us in this. So my message to you is simple. No matter where you are in your Plan Z, know that your contribution matters and is important. Even in the times where it might not feel like it, and even when it feels like everything is gone and there's nothing left for you. There's space for you here, and most importantly, you're wanted and cared for alongside of the people who you fight along with. Thank you.
You're going to go to the front, take a picture by yourself. All right, our next award is the HPN Hero Award. The criteria for this award was current home parenteral nutrition or IV nutrition consumer for 1 year or longer, 18 years of age or older, demonstrates courage, perseverance, and a positive attitude in dealing with their illness and living more fulfilling life on HPN. And our award winner is Bethany Johnson. Bethany Johnson is a patient advocate, architect, project manager, and champion for the intestinal failure community. While managing her own complex medical care, she volunteers with advocacy organizations, contributes patient perspectives to research, and serves as a founding board member of the Intestinal Rehab and Transplant Unwrapped. Her commitment to ensuring patients and caregivers feel informed, supported, and heard make her a true hero. Please join me in congratulating our 2026 HPN Hero Award winner, Bethany Johnson.
Well, thank you. I've never thought of myself as a hero, and I'm very humbled that people here do, so thank you for that. So I've been very fortunate in my intestinal failure journey. I have a wonderful family. I have supportive, amazing friends, and stellar medical teams that surround me. But honestly, I would not be here without this community. You guys taught me about my condition, and you taught me again when it changed and evolved. You taught me about what it meant to live well. And you taught me how to advocate for myself first, and then for the community. And that's just to name a few. But you all have been a huge part of all of my achievements. I had written a kind of typical speech and then threw it out the window because As he mentioned, I'm an architect, so you design something, you finish it, you don't like it, you do it again, you tear it up. And so that's just the approach that I take in my life. And so I would like to share something that kind of more recently happened. My mom and I are huge tennis fans. So you guys a lot of people were out cheering for soccer last night. I may or may not be streaming a tennis match on my phone right now. But because of what this community taught me, my mom and I are back going to tennis tournaments. And when we go to tennis tournaments, I mean, we're there when the gates open at 11, and we're there until the last match of the day, which is sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. But a tennis match that I was recently not at was the French Open. And the French Open is a grand slam, and for those of you that don't follow tennis, that's like a really big deal. And there was this 19-year-old woman who won her first French Open and her first Grand Slam, and her name is Mira Andreeva. And she went through and she did the typical things. She thanked the organizers of the tournament, her coaches, her family, and then she paused. She hesitated for a minute. I thought she was going to start giggling. But no, she took a moment to thank herself. So in that spirit, I want to thank myself because I hooked up TPN when I'd rather be sleeping. I went to appointments and I had conversations I wanted to avoid. I put one foot in front of the other when I would rather quit. There were days when I didn't want to get out of a hospital bed. There were days when I weighed 86 pounds. And I could only stay awake for a few hours. So today, in front of you, and ugly crying, I would like to take a moment and just reflect and thank myself. I mean, we're trained to think about and show gratitude to all of the people who support us and what we do, and that is not a small feat. But we're not trained to think about what we actually do for ourselves every single day. And so I encourage you to also acknowledge your roles and contributions in your success and the success of others around you. Patients, caregivers, medical professionals, we, again, are all very well trained in thanking each other, but we should be showing gratitude to ourselves. So this 19-year-old tennis player taught me a lesson I never knew that I needed to learn. She was reminding me to take a minute and honor myself. And while we're doing pictures, I would like to invite you guys to also just take a moment to honor yourself and think about all of the things that you do for your success. Thank you. Oh, okay. Take a picture.
Well, I have the pleasure of presenting the next award, as this award is the only award that's voted on by the board. The Joan Bishop Lifetime Achievement Award is given by the Oley Foundation to a person who has dedicated their time, their talent, and their passion to advancing the field of home nutrition support therapy across the decades. This is given to a person who has gone above and beyond in their years of selfless dedication to working towards advancing the mission of the Oley Foundation. The award is named in honor of Joan Bishop, who many of you may know. She was the Oley Foundation Executive Director for many years and is now holding the title of Executive Director Emeritus. To many people here, Joan was a help along the way. So it's no surprise to you that this year's award goes to someone who shares those same qualities, Kathy Harrington. So I do want to say a few more words about Kathy before we give her the mic, because her contribution to the home nutrition support community is really not defined by being visible or a big fancy title. Many in the field may not even have known her name, not because she didn't impact us, but because she has consistently chosen to kind of work behind the scenes or behind the phone. In roles that are really essential but maybe are unrecognized. She began her career at Albany Medical Center supporting Dr. Lynn Howard, as we heard yesterday, before the Oley Foundation even formally existed. But she remained dedicated through more than 30 years, almost 40 years, really her entire professional career to one single mission. And in this day and age, how many of us will probably say that we started our career and ended our career in the same position? That definitely shows passion and loyalty. Over that time, she has served as the operational core of Oley. For years, she managed the website, the database, financial things, communications, countless day-to-day functions that really are invisible because we just saw them being done well. Much of this work is done independently without recognition and without redundancy. But at the same time, her impact has been deeply personal. Kathy is often the first voice that a patient or caregiver hears, and she remains on the phone as long as needed to provide help. She knows members by name, understands their situation, and responds with accuracy and care. She supports the patients in small, but very meaningful ways, including sending the stuffed animals to those who are hospitalized, as we heard about yesterday. The Joan Bishop Lifetime Achievement Award honors those who have advanced the fields through decades of dedication, and Kathy represents this in a way that's distinct from clinical or academic paths. Physicians, dietitians, pharmacists, nurses, advanced care. But Kathy has ensured that this community has had the infrastructure and the human connection required to sustain that care and has been consistently present for this community. She makes each member seen and felt heard. For more than 35 years, she has taken that work that she does without seeking recognition, but without this, the organization would not be able to function. Her approach has been consistent. Do what needs to be done and always ask, how else can I help? That's truly a lifetime of impact.
Thank you. It's an honor to be chosen for this year's Joan Bishop Lifetime Achievement Award. My heart is full as I reflect on the journey that began almost 40 years ago. Dr. Lynn Howard and Joan Bishop gave me my very first job as secretary for the Division of Clinical Nutrition. At that time, Oley and nutrition were combined. I had just graduated from college as a medical assistant and was sure I didn't want to be working in a hospital or as a secretary. I imagined myself in a lab and behind the microscope. But I was grateful for the opportunity and thought I would stay until something else was available. That opportunity never came, and I'm so glad it did not. I have learned so much and will always be grateful for Dr. Howard for taking a chance on me. That decision shaped my life and gave me an opportunity to gain experience both in personal life as well as the knowledge of nutrition support. I quickly fell in love with my job. Every day was busy. scheduling phones, running clinic, transcribing, slides, presentations, endless duties. At that time, TPN Clinic was always on Tuesday afternoon, and the waiting room was like a happy homecoming. Patients would come in early and expect to stay long after their appointment times. They did not mind at all. It was a chance to catch up with other TPN patients. They would bring goodies to share, and it was like a non-formal Oley support group. The patients would also be asked to visit others new to the journey in the hospital. Hearing from many of those patients later on how that visit changed the acceptance of their therapy and a better quality of life was what kept me going. These connections stayed strong for years. Oley is not just an organization, it is a family. It's a community built on resilience, compassion, and a commitment to improving lives of patients and families on nutrition support. As time moved forward, so did my job. The department revised my position, and it was not in my best interest to stay with clinical nutrition. Oley was understaffed at that time with only 2 employees and one of them on maternity leave. So I transferred to Oley full-time in August of 1998. Although I was familiar with Oley, I did not know what Oley was truly about. About a month after starting, the other employee went out on medical leave for 6 weeks, and then I really got introduced to what Oley was about. That will not need to happen to anyone moving forward, as Oley 2.0 has taken many antiquated tasks, programs, systems, and moved them into the 21st century. Revised educational resources and procedures needed to be updated for years. No employee needs to feel like they are always drowning, and that that's how everyone felt. My family would always ask why I was working after my 8-hour shift, and the reason was simple: we did not have the manpower. If I did not do it, it was not going to be done. It was going to be left for me. There was no backup. I cannot give enough props or admiration for the team Oley has in place today. The organizational skills and teamwork are exceptional, without exaggeration. They are a can-do team and kick butt on so many levels. I feel okay leaving at the end of the year and know Oley will be around for years to come. I have to say, the hardest part for me is when we lose members of the community, like friends from the past. I hope to keep the history of Oley in my heart and accessible to everyone in the future, so stay tuned. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working alongside so many incredible patients, caregivers, clinicians, volunteers, and staff, some of whom are here today. The future of Oley is bright, and I'm excited to see the organization continue to grow, deepen its impact, and remain grounded in the community and mission that make it so special. Thank you so much. I'm humbled and honored to receive this award.
Do you feel comfortable holding this in the photo? Sure. Here, I'll take this if you don't want that. You go forward and then I'll meet you there.
You're gonna stay. Thank you, Lisa. So Kathy knew about that part. She doesn't know about this part. So before she won the award, so completely coincidental, has nothing to do with each other. The board selected that. It was a tight runner. I shouldn't even tell you who the backup runner. And this year, it was very, very clear that the board took you. Now we're going to switch to Kathy. Whew, Kathy retires, and I'm going to let her because I love her enough to let her do it. In December, you know, we started a new campaign, and I bought this for you because it's a long-sider and a sweatshirt because I needed a t-shirt. I live in Florida. She lives in New York, so she needs the alongside-er. Because I cannot think of a person on this planet, Kathy, that has been more consistent to stand beside people one at a time, to see them and meet their needs, cover their tears, cover their whatever's going on, and be there and say, we got this together. Thank you for being the ultimate alongside-er. I don't know what our team's going to do without you, but we're going to figure it out, because in the spirit of you, we're going to move forward. And so thank you for being the ultimate alongside-er. Thank you. We have a small... No, steak. Steak? Mm-hmm. There's more. No. You can watch it here, or you can watch it there.
My name's Todd, and I've been a member of Oley for 35 years now, and as a matter of fact, this is my 35th Oley conference.
My name is Michael Medwar. I've been coming to Oley conferences since the late 1980s.
Jennifer Teesey, and I've been with Oley since about 1985.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Leah.
We've been coming to Oley now for about 15 years.
I'm Bob Smithers, and I'm a caregiver for my wife Mary, who is a consumer. We've been coming to Oley conferences since 2009.
We've known Kathy since 2002.
I've known Kathy since I started coming to Oley in the 80s, and she's been wonderful as far as being a welcoming person here at the conferences, who you can ask anything to and get the answer you need.
When I think of Kathy, I think of her cheeriness. She's so welcoming at the conventions and when you call her on the phone, and she's always ready to help. Any question, anything comes up, she's always there to help you.
Kathy is one of the first people we met at an Oley conference. She has been our go-to person at Oley for quite a while.
She has been not only a friend, but so valuable to me, and has made a real difference in my quality of life.
I don't think the organization and people like me can thank Kathy enough for everything she's done over all these years. Being someone who you know is a caring person, who's going to be helpful, who's seen all the changes happen through Oley and the great growth that's happened, and has been there to help that happen.
Kathy, I also think if there's an issue or a question, it's you go to Kathy.
I just like to say thank you to Kathy. Is a good friend, and she does a great job with what she's doing, and she will be missed.
Greatly appreciate all that Kathy's done for me and helped me with over the years, and wish her a lot of happiness in retirement.
I'm not sure whether I'm happy or sad. I'm happy for Kathy. She's going to have a good time in retirement, but I'm sad for Oley that we're going to be losing all of that institutional knowledge and all of the things that she does for the Oley Foundation. And we are so appreciative of that.
You look back to the time we've been with Oley and seen Oley from a small group begin to expand, and a lot of it is because of Kathy's willingness to reach out to people, answer questions, and just make you feel comfortable and loved.
Kathy, thank you for all that you have done for all of us. We all appreciate what you have been for the Oley Foundation, and we wish you great times in retirement. It's going to be fun, and you're going to be busier than you were when you were working, I guarantee.
Thank you, Kathy.
So thank you, Kathy, and have a good retirement.
Thank you for everything you've done all these years, Kathy, for everyone who's been involved with Oley.
Thank you, Kathy, for your service to Oley. We all greatly appreciate you and wish you the best.
Word is getting out from the high school bleachers. Black top burning holes in our sneakers, but it's all gonna be alright. 'Cause we came to celebrate and live like it's graduation. These are the days we'll never forget. I'm living my life. I'm dancing on cloud nine, way up in the sky. I'm flying so high, I'm sipping on sunshine. It's got me like wow, I might never come. So bright, I'm feeling alive, I'm sipping on sunshine. I'm sipping on sunshine. All summer we'll be diving in the deep end. School's out, so we're living like the weekend. Jump in, 'cause the water's fine. Come and get some peace of mind. Woo! No shoes, no shirt, no problem. Living like no tomorrow. These are the days I hope never end. I'm living my life. I'm dancing on cloud nine, way up in the sky. I'm flying so high, I'm sipping on sunshine. It's got me like wow, I might never come down. Up here it's so bright, I'm feeling alive. I'm sipping on sunshine. I'm sipping on sunshine. This heart was made for beating. These lungs were made for breathing. I can't believe I'm sipping on sunshine. These eyes were made for seeing. This life was made for dreaming. Just look at me, I'm sipping on sunshine.
I can't imagine a better way to say thank you to our partners, and that was just so fun. Thank you to my team for putting that together so last minute. I love it. We are here, we've been awarding recognition right now, and now it's a time to talk to our partners. So first, thank you for the exhibitors and the sponsors who aren't partners, who show up to something like this. Thank you for being here, and we appreciate what you do. To our partners, we really thank you, because what you do isn't just for the conference, it's year-round. It's the things that we can do beyond these 4 days. There's 351 other days, if I did the math right, and maybe I did in 61 days. And we thank you for standing with us all through the year. They're the things that we want to do to support each other, and those funds that you give make that possible. So thank you for standing with us all year round. And so we were going to recognize the partners, and we're going to come out in groups, but the first partner that we recognize is Takeda. They are our titanium partner, and as a result, we're going to introduce to the stage Lindsay Johnston to come give a couple of words on behalf of Takeda. Please welcome her to the stage.
Thank you, Beth, for the introduction and the opportunity to be here. As Beth mentioned, my name is Lindsay Johnston, and I am the Director of Short Bowel Syndrome Marketing at Takeda. And while this is my first Oley conference, Takeda has been a proud partner of Oley for many years. And it is our privilege to continue supporting Oley's mission of enriching the lives of people on IV nutrition and tube feeding through education, advocacy, networking, and conferences like this. For those who may not be that familiar with Takeda, we just recently in June celebrated our 245th birthday. Thank you. Founded in Japan in 1781, Takeda has endured because we have never stopped learning, evolving, and reinventing ourselves while staying grounded in our mission. And our mission is creating better lives and better health and a brighter future for the people around the world. And as I've listened to stories across this conference, I've been struck by how familiar that idea feels. Many of you have had to reinvent different parts of your own lives, adjusting routines, redefining what normal looks like, and overcoming new challenges and figuring out how to move forward. While those journeys are very different, the resilience required to keep adapting is something that we deeply admire. And that resilience is also a reminder of what we do, why we do what we do. At Takeda, our decisions are guided by a very simple principle: patience, reputation, trust, and business, in that order. As a patient, you come first. We believe that trust, reputation, and business will all follow if we stick true to that commitment. And that is also one of the reasons why these gatherings are just so important to us. They allow us to listen, to learn, and to better understand the realities that patients and families are facing. The experiences shared here help us to shape how we think about supporting this community, not just through the treatments, but through education, advocacy, and partnership. For more than 13 years, we've had the privilege of supporting the short bowel community and people living with that syndrome. And to date, more than 6,000 individuals have been treated with Gattex. But what matters most is what's behind those numbers: the people, the families, the hopes, and the goals. And that's why this year's theme of infusing hope feels so powerful. We know that hope can show up in big moments, but we also believe in sparking hope in small, everyday moments. Together with Oley, our goal was to provide you with opportunities to experience some truly meaningful moments. Perhaps you met someone in the lounge that has become a lifelong friend. Maybe you learned something new while listening to Dr. Tappenden and Kat. Or maybe your child saw a little bit of themselves in a story and felt a little bit more understood. At Takeda, we believe infusing hope is not about pretending the journey is easy. It is about showing up, listening, learning, and helping to create moments where people feel seen, supported, and a little bit less alone. And that is what Oley does so beautifully, and why Takeda is proud to support this community. Thank you for welcoming us, and I hope you continue to have a wonderful conference filled with connection, learning, and hope.
Here, you guys can take this, open it up, and go forward. Just a second, Lisa. Just for a second.
Thank you for being our titanium partner. And now we're going to welcome up our gold partners one at a time. So first is Quorum CVS Specialty Infusion Services. Welcome to the table. Lisa, will you open there? You guys, somebody hold it and open it up. Thank you, Quorum. Our next gold partner is Nestle Health Sciences. Science, one word, science. we can have the next partners be in their wings, ready to go. How about that? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Option Care Health. And our last gold partner is Protara Therapeutics. Thank you. Thank you to all our gold partners. Now we will do this in a group fashion next. And so everybody in the silver category, please be ready to get going. Here we go. Avivo RX. Cardinal Health. Fresenius Kabi. Ironwood Pharmaceuticals. Keep on coming. Good job, guys. Kate Farms. And Zealand Pharma. Now you know why we got such a big stage. Do we have everybody? I'm just making sure. All right. We good? Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you to our silver partners. And now, if you're bronze, start making your way because it's going to take a minute because we have a lot of bronze partners as well. So thank you so much. Abbott, who's not able to be here today. If there are any representatives, feel free to come on. Alcresta Therapeutics, Emerita Specialty Infusion, Avanos Medical, Baxter, B. Braun, Cambrook. Keep them coming, guys, all the way south. We're going to have to cluster up over here, right? Intera Medical, Kaba Fusion, Moog, North Sea Therapeutics, NutriShare, Premier Infusion and Healthcare Services, Solio Health. Welcome to all of the bronze partners. As they gather, let's start to gather towards the beginning. And as they do that, I just want to say to all of our partners, and there's one more category after this is why we're able to do what we do. Because of these groups of people that have been up here on the stage and the couple groups that are coming left, because you give, we are able to send travel scholarships. We're able to have a circus. We're able to gather together. Keep on coming. We got a lot of bronze partners. Thank you for your support. We're hoping the stage doesn't fall apart. We need you. We can get why don't we do the picture and we can do these later, guys? Can we do the picture first and we'll do it later? Because they can't see them anyway. Thank you. We're pivoting. Here we go. If you can't see the camera, they can't see you. How's that? Here you go. Come forward. Come over here. There's room. There's room. We have a wide angle. Tracy, will you join us on this one too? In just a second, Tracy will join us. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody. If you didn't get your certificate, we'll get it and we'll take individual photos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And as they leave, we're going to move to our last category. This is one that's fairly new in the last couple of years of emerging innovator. One of our pillars is innovation, and so we thought it was important. What are those little ideas, those nagging things, we talked about it yesterday, that we're able to say, there's got to be a better way. And these are startups, or they're small, or they're getting going, and they're on their way to something even bigger. So start to make your way. We have two that are not here today, but I'm going to mention them, which is Butterfly Pig, and unfortunately Free Arm at the last minute couldn't come as well. Those that are present, though, please make your way. Luma Clean LLC, Luma Noah, MediTracer, and Tubitech. We're good? We'll just get Tracy in and we're good to go. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Innovation is so important. If there are ideas in this room, we call them forward. We'll find ways to move forward. There are questions that need to be answered, and so I love celebrating everything. I just thank every single partner. They give a check, which is important, but they also give their expertise, their time, their dedication. They're always willing to come forward and say, what else does Oley need? And we sit down and we want to partner. And if there's new ways that you want to partner with Oley, or you're not a partner, we would love to have those opportunities to talk with you that says, what is it you're trying to accomplish for our community, and how do we partner together? So thank you so much for all of our partners. As Vince can make his way over here now, we're going to shift a little bit here. And as he comes up, I don't know if everybody knows Vince. Those who do know how infectious he is, his thoughts, his care. As he stood here and even doing the awards, like he's the right person for the job of the Community Engagement Coordinator. If you don't know Vince, you need to know Vince, because his heart is to say, how else can I take care of our community? So you need to partner with him. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, Beth, for those kind words. As we know, our community is filled with resilience and determination to continue on. But at this time, we are going to honor those that have passed in the nutrition support community in the last year. If you would like to step out, that is completely okay. We are going to honor those that we have lost this year in our community. Thank you. thank you for joining us and honoring those that we have lost this year. As you see, we have lost a ton of the community that is young and old, but the way we can honor those is continue to never let their voice die with us. We need to continue on to make sure their voice continues on within this community. Thank you. Now we are going to invite the award winners to take a photo. So if you are an award winner recipient, please stay, and we are going to take photos at the end. Also, if you received a travel grant, please stay as well. We want to take a photo if you have received a travel grant. Lunch is going to be opening at 12:45, and also the Experience Hall is going to be opening at 12:45. I will also be giving a guided expo tour hall from 1:45 to 2:45, and we'll be meeting right in front of the expo hall. So thank you guys for joining us for our annual awards, partner recognition, and also our in loving memory. I hope everybody has a great day and continues on to show how great this community is by not letting people's voices go and continue to speak on how great they are and how great they were. Thank you.